1 AM Extra, a local best-selling author, is back with some new thrills to add to your reading list.
Yeah, Elle Marr, who is a #1 Amazon best-selling writer, is releasing a new book set in the Washington State wilderness. It's called Alone Time, The Alone Time. Now, Elle joining us on the couch to tell us more about the new thriller hitting those shelves. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, The Alone Time. What are we diving into with this novel?
Well, it's about two sisters who survived a plane crash 25 years ago, which took the lives of their parents. And now as adults, they have to kind of deal with the secrets that they left buried in the woods when a documentary filmmaker begins digging up the past.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Quite the thriller. Now, I was surprised to learn this was actually inspired in part by your own experience in a plane crash as a child. Tell us about that.
That's right. The catalyst for The Alone Time is inspired by my personal experience. I survived a plane crash when I was a kid. My dad was flying a 4-seater passenger plane when the gas cap became damaged and leaked all of our fuel into the sky. He successfully crash landed the plane. No one was hurt, but it got me thinking, what if we had landed in a less hospitable environment?
Sure.
Where would that have left us? What would have happened there? Which is really the catalyst for The Alone Time.
Oh
Wow, that's fascinating. And then what made you, I guess, want to use that as a catalyst for your story? Because again, I mean, you've written books before. This isn't your first one. This isn't your debut novel. So why now? Why was this the time to use that as your inspiration?
Well, it has stuck with me, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
It was an interesting, harrowing experience, but largely positive in that we had those experiences together. And then I always find it really interesting in my writing to examine how small events or singular events reverberate and how they affect us years later.
Oh, I love like the butterfly effect conversation.
Exactly.
You know, it's really cool. Well, I also love that we're talking to you here on the first day of May. It's AAPI Awareness Month. As an Asian American author, is it important to have characters that reflect some of that diversity in your book as well?
Yes, it's so great to be able to add to that, to the diverse bookshelves that we have nowadays. Certainly, I think there's a long way to go, but we've made such progress the last 10 or so years. I didn't grow up with a lot of Asian Americans in my books or the TV shows that I got to watch.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to just see that change.
Yeah, is that something in this industry that is important? Is that to be the face of an Asian American, as an Asian American author, to be a face in this industry? Is that something that stands out for you?
Yes, absolutely. It's such a privilege, and I love writing diverse characters of all kinds, but by and large, the Alone Time is interesting in that, yes, the entire cast is, well, not the entire cast, but my main characters are Asian American, but they really spend time in their identities as survivors and grappling with the trauma of those previous years.
Wow.
Interesting. Now, I personally love to pick up a new book and kind of dig into it when I'm traveling. Is this one? Could you read it?
Read it on a plane
and be okay? Like, I know it's kind of involving a plane crash, but what do you think?
I definitely wrote parts of it while I was in flight, going to various destinations. I've traveled significantly since my personal plane crash, so I did have to dig into some memories to get into the first few chapters, but I promise after the first few chapters, the plane crash is concluded and you really go into the survival mode.
Okay, all right, good to know, good to know.
Get to the airport early, maybe get into the book before you get up in the air.
Past chapter 4, you're good.
That's great. Before we let you go, anything else in the works here?
Yes, I have another book coming out, Your Dark Secrets, coming out July 30th, and I'm going to be at Annie Bloom's Books on May 23rd.
Oh, well,
very
congratulations.
cool.
Really excited and excited to pick it up and give it a read. And then maybe I'll do it with my feet firmly planted on the ground.
Yeah, maybe not on the summer vacation travel list. Read it now instead. Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Elle, really appreciate your time. Again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And again, her new book, The Alone Time, now available for purchase on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Powell's, or wherever you buy your favorite books.
Yeah, and go check it out at Annie Bloom's Books.